My boss, let's call him Gary, is the kind of guy who drives a G-Wagon and thinks he owns you just because he signs your paycheck. I worked at his mid-sized logistics firm for 3 years, and the arrogance was a daily spectacle. But yesterday, he took it to a whole new level. Gary called me into his office and demanded my garage door code. He said he was sending a guy to my house to swap out my company sedan while I was at work. What he didn't know was that the sedan was sitting right there in the office parking lot. It had a slow leak in a tire, so I'd taken my wife's SUV instead. My garage is detached, and it's my sanctuary. I have about 10 grand worth of woodworking tools in there, including a brand new cabinet saw I haven't even finished wiring up, so I told him absolutely not. I have the keys right here. I'll drive it to the shop myself tomorrow. Well, Gary went nuclear. He started screaming about insubordination and withholding company assets. He gave me an ultimatum. Give him the code, or I was fired for theft and he'd call the cops. I looked him dead in the eye and said if access to my private home was a condition of employment, then I'm done. He screamed, "Pack your shit and get out." So I did exactly that. I dropped the car keys right on top of the messy pile of papers on his desk, in his inbox, and walked out without another word. Because he was too busy having a meltdown to look out his window, he never saw the company car parked just 50 feet away. About 2 hours later, my Ring camera pings. It's a tow truck driver in my driveway, one of Gary's cheap contacts. He doesn't see the car, so he pulls a pry bar from his truck and starts trying to force open the side door of my garage. I immediately called 911 and reported a burglary in progress. Now I live out in the country where police response can be slow. But by pure luck, a county deputy lives just 2 miles down the road. He was in my driveway in under 6 minutes and caught the guy red-handed, mid-pry. The tow driver caved instantly. He showed the deputy text messages from Gary. They said, "Employee terminated and is hiding the car in the garage. Do what you have to do to get it, I'll cover the door." The deputy called Gary to verify the theft. Gary, trying to sound tough, confirmed on a recorded line that he authorized the entry because I had stolen the vehicle. The deputy then drove straight to my office to recover the stolen car. And where did he find it? Parked exactly where I left it, right outside Gary's office window. Gary was hauled out in zip ties for filing a false police report and solicitation to commit burglary. Apparently, he made things worse by resisting and yelling about his rights, which tacked on an obstruction charge. My lawyer is practically drooling over this case. It gets even better. Gary had typed up a fake work order claiming the car was being actively stripped for parts inside my garage, which is why the tow driver felt he could use a pry bar. The car's GPS and office security footage prove it never left the lot. The company owner has been calling me, offering a huge raise to come back and help resolve the misunderstanding. I just told him to talk to my lawyer. My wife was pretty shaken up by the break-in attempt, so we're staying with her parents for a bit. My lawyer says with that recorded phone call authorizing the break-in, Gary basically handed us a blank check. He tried to play God with my property and is now learning a very expensive lesson from the back of a squad car. Thanks for listening to this crazy story. If you've got a boss from hell story of your own, drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.